Well, hello guys, this is your girl Diva Diva Fashionista, and this is my weekly recap and review of the show Growing Up Hip Hop in the A. So sorry I'm a little late. Life happens, just my work schedule, and then your girl was cutting up, like went out, so sorry I'm getting this up late, but we're still gonna do this thing. This was a really good episode in my opinion. It was a lot of drama in this episode. Like everybody just seemed to be beefing with everybody, So I don't remember the name of it. I didn't write it down in my notes, so I'm gonna probably write it right here. It's easy to go on TV Guide and see what it was called, but I'll put it down below. I don't have an alternate title this week. I think whatever they put will suffice. So getting into the recap, so we start off with Deb, our cliffhanger. Deb and Brandon talking. He's basically telling her what happened, and we leave off with Deb saying, I'm going to take you to school. Get out your notepad and your pencil. She really does let Brandon have it. She's telling him from a perspective of everyone. Like everyone's going to get involved, and he should have never let Regine get under his skin. Even though she probably did say some stuff that really pissed him off, he shouldn't have allowed her, because I think, as she says, she snaps at people, or she slaps people, something to that effect. It's been a few days at this point. But, we know Miss Deb, she got a mouth on her, and apparently her son has inherited that mouth, because he's just like the male version of her, in my opinion. So she tells him, I want to let a little itty bitty baby, how I look getting, arguing with a little itty bitty baby. So regardless of what he may be right or not, he shouldn't just allow Regine to allow him to go there. And he was saying basically, I'm not going to let, anybody just talk to me any type of way. So I guess Deb peeped the shade. Like the shade was directed at her and Regine. So Deb was just like, you know what, take this mic off. I'm not about to go there with you. And he was like, yep, pretty much me either. So we move along, and as we've seen, or as we're going to see, Bow Wow is the central character in this franchise. We get it. Bow Wow is the man. Okay, Bow Wow is the man. So everyone kind of like goes, or somehow or some way has a connection to Bow Wow. Okay, we there. So everyone somehow or some way has a connection to Bow Wow. Bow Wow's on the phone with Brandon, and Brandon is trying to tell him basically what happened. Like basically what happened at the photo shoot. I don't know. It just for me, it's just like, why would Bow Wow care about Zanique's vocal lessons, Zanique's photo shoot? Like, Bow Wow got enough on his plate between his drama in the A, him moving to the A, him being a father, him trying to put out relevant music. I just didn't see where he would be all that concerned. But, for the cameras, for the storyline, yeah, he entertains it. Brandon lets him know, like, there's going to be a charity event, and, basically his mom and his brother's giving it, but we don't see Waka. I'm pretty sure Tammy has a hard enough time getting him on Love and Hip Hop. So yeah, we didn't see him on Growing Up Hip Hop. But he's gonna have a charity. They're having a charity event. Bow Wow just says basically just stay away from them. They're gonna have something to say, but stay away from them at the charity event. It's about charity anyway, so stick to that. So we move on to Brandon. I can't remember at this point if we had the scene with Brandon and Zanique first, or the scene with Ayana. But let's do Brandon and Zanique first. So they have this uncomfortable meetup at this restaurant, and they're talking about what happened, and Zanique is saying from her perspective what went wrong, and he's saying basically from his perspective what went wrong. And Brandon is just coming in, he's aggressive, he's upset, he's not backing down. Zanique is coming off a bit still young, childish. She's trying to be nice about it, but she drops the F-bomb and the N-bomb, and she's just like, if at a certain point, I'm just not going to be with it. I try to treat people, I try to keep it here with people. I think it was her analogy. Like, basically, she tries to be pretty much nice a surface with people, and then if that's not good enough or that's not gonna work, that's it. She cuts them off. Like, there's no need, it's gonna be bleep that bleep, basically. So Brandon is basically not backing off what he said. He's on his Nene Leaks. Like, I said what I said. That's it. No apology. Tells her she looked like a hooker, and that he's basically not apologizing. So okay, there's no resolution at this point. And at this point, I'm left to wonder, like, why y'all still messing with each other? There's so many people, so many talented people in Atlanta. There's so many people with different connections. She can go somewhere else and deal with somebody else. But for whatever reason, I guess for filming, they're still trying to thug this thing on out. But it's just not going to be pretty. So now we're getting to Ayana. So Ayana, cutie pie. It's so funny. When I was watching the show, my man came in and he was like, she's pretty. And then he was like, oh, she messed with chicks. Like, yes. So we find out that Ayana is a lesbian. And like she said, it doesn't really matter who she loves. And I'm all for it. Pride is popping right now. I'm here for it. So she has a situationship, as she calls it, which basically, girl, I'm not even going to really go into the whole full recap of what happens with her and this girl, this woman. Basically, she's calling her boo, and her boo just moves to town from New York. And so she's calling her boo, and her boo is not answering, so she pops up, just like any girlfriend would. And the boo is not too pleased with it. And Ayana's just basically asking her for more than what she's willing to commit to. She wants her to meet her father, which she hasn't already. The parents weren't too happy about her being a lesbian, but they know she's out. And she's like, oh, we're not really in the relationship, when you're not really my girlfriend. And the girlfriend, which I don't care to know her name, don't care to know her name, it's basically like, well, we need to work on it. You worried about a title. Listen, honey, boo, child, Ayana, run fast. You could get you some nice, pretty girl. There's going to be chicks lined up to be with you after watching this show. Run. Listen, don't compromise yourself. Don't compromise what you want, what you need from whether it be a man, woman, child, I don't care, young or old. If you know that you want a relationship, you want something more solid, run. You calling this a situationship, girlfriend? No, you too old for that. After 25, that's it. When you little, you young, 19, early 20s, you get a pass. Boo, run. That's all I gotta say about that. Run. Don't try to make it work. I hope this don't play out the whole season. Get you a new boo. So, speaking of Ayana, she goes with the homie Bow Wow to the strip club, because now we know she's a lesbian, right? So she's at the strip club. Well, mind you, Bow Wow's supposed to be at the studio with Jermaine. Jermaine is texting him, and Bow Wow's basically, he's just like, oh, I get my mind right to go make this music. This is how I do it. And I don't know. They were at the Blue Flame. I'm not really familiar with strip clubs. But, guys, what was that? Was that the B Squad? I heard a King of Diamonds. I heard Magic City. Like, Blue Flame, those was not the top shelf strippers. I don't know. I'm no shade to them lovely ladies getting them dollars, but those had to be like the second string. I don't know, because they was like, it was kind of hard, like Bow Wow and Ayana really trying to film and have a conversation, and they were totally distracted by the B Squad. I don't know. They was okay, ladies. Yeah, which is pretty weird. So of course Bow Wow gets a little lit, trying to have his conversation, trying to film, and then he goes to the studio where he tries to record his song. He tries to record his song with Jermaine. He doesn't know the words. The beat is popping, of course, because it's Jermaine's pre-beat. And he's like, yeah. Okay, bring it back. Now, he was flowing. He wasn't saying nothing, but he was flowing. So if he was a mumble rapper, it would have totally worked. But since he's not a mumble rapper, yeah, Bow Wow, we're gonna need you to sober up and try again. So Jermaine basically tells him that. He bounces on Bow Wow. Okay. Ayana and Shania go to lunch, and they're basically discussing the photo shoot drama, because the photo shoot drama, just everybody needs to know what happened at Zanique's photo shoot. So they're discussing it, and basically Ayana and Shania basically comes to the conclusion. Shania's like, we don't have a girls' night. So again, I didn't know they were friends. Like, I don't know that they aren't all on the same age level. So it was weird that, you know, they would be friends to the point where they would be going out on a girls' night. They being Zanique, Reginae, and Shania. But yeah, they're going out on a girls' night, and, you know, basically she brings Ayana along as a tag along to probably try to squash the beef, even though there should not really be a beef with Brandon. Girl, there should not be a beef with Ayana and Reginae, but there is residual beef because of Brandon being her cousin. So they go, you know, nothing really too important there. They go to the bowling, the night of the bowling, surprise, and Zanique and Reginae are already there, and they're chatting about, you know, what happened, just more recapping. And then, of course, dun dun dun, in comes Shania and Ayana. So Reggie is like, girl, Reggie is shady. I love it though. I just love seeing her grow up and seeing her become herself. Cause she is a shade Z. She's like, come here, come sit next to me. So she basically tells the girls, like, you know, step away so they could talk. So they start to talk, and they're talking about what happened. And basically, Reginae felt a type of way because she felt like, you know, Ayana was approaching her, like when she was arguing with Brandon, that Ayana kind of stepped in, and, you know, basically she's telling her perspective. And Ayana, like, again, I'm loving Ayana. It's like, she's so my favorite. Ayana is basically telling her, like, listen, regardless of whatever else is going on, you don't walk up on no man like that. Of course, that's my family, and he's a male, you're a female, you know. I have to step in, because at the end of the day, he really can't, you know, if things escalate like that, he can't really go there with you. So that puts me in a situation where I have to go there, you know. And she's like, you know, regardless of whatever else is going on or who else you can call, as a female, you're a female. That's a man. You don't be walking up on no man. You know, you don't walk up on no man like that. And all the time while she's talking, even though I don't know that, like, boundaries for me. It's a lot of boundaries being crossed on this show. I really don't know that that's Ayana's place to give her that type of advice. But at the same time, what she was saying is totally true. You're walking up on a man. Like, at the end of the day, whoever you could call is who you can call. But you still have to call them. They still have to get to you. So walking up on a man like that is probably not the smartest thing. And all the while she's talking, Reginae has this fake, phony smile on. Reginae is like, it was all very much like, bitch, like, who are you talking to? Like, who cares what your opinion of it is? Like, in her head, she's like, but the goons, I still will call my daddy, I still will call my mommy, and the goons will be on you, so try it. Like, you know, like, that's what I got from that scene. I don't feel like they're going to be besties, and pretty much they both are throwing shots in their confessional, still having things, quick little slip, it's like, quick things to say. So I don't know. We just have to see how this plays out later on. Oh, and you know, disappointingly, we really didn't get to see how girls' night played out. It was just that, and then that was it, you know. I wanted to see if they got along, or if they bowled, or was it and scene, and then they all went home. I don't know. I guess that's what I'm getting, since we didn't get any bowling footage. We see this scene with Bow Wow, Snoop, and Jermaine. And again, here we go with this mentoring, and Bow Wow needed to be talked to. Bow Wow, you're grown. Why does Snoop have to tell you all these things and just have to say, okay, you were out here, you were at the front, you was the leader of the pack, and now you gave people time to catch up, and then now, you know, you trying to keep pace with them when you supposed to set the pace. Some weird rap analogy, racing, I don't know. Basically, Bow Wow was the man. He was the man to be the person. He was up here, and then now he's down here, and we trying to figure out how to get him there. Back to where he was. Pretty much. What was so funny, because I felt a lot in this episode, whether it was my man when he was watching with me, kind of co-sign a lot that I said last week in last week's review. And it was so funny to see Snoop co-sign what I said about Joy. But basically he was like, I seen her on Instagram. She working out. She looking good. I told y'all. So I told you. Joy. Now you better get it right. Again, with another Brandon and Zanique scene, I'm not gonna bore you with all the details. I'm gonna spare you, actually. Like, oh my gosh, they're going back and forth still, and it's still, now she's mad, he's mad, and they're just kind of like being combative. And Zanique, she tries to stick up for herself, but you know, she winds up tearing up. She's soft. She's a sweetie. She's not that girl, but she's gonna have to find her voice. She's gonna have to, you know, be able to deal with the Brandons of the industries, because there's gonna be more Brandons. There's gonna be people worse than Brandon. There's gonna be people, you know, that it's just gonna be conflict. So she gotta find her voice, and I'm glad that she's finding her voice and she's able to stick up to him. And you know, Brandon was giving her I just feel like Brandon keeps giving very sound advice. It's just like Zanique is saying, like, you're the vocal coach. That's what we got you in here to do, not to really be, you know, directing my career. But I do still feel like what Brandon was saying is true to her. Like, he's trying to get her direction. He's trying to get her to the next level, but that's not what she's wanting from him. She actually wants to work with Deb. Now, if you can't deal with Brandon, you ain't gonna be able to deal with Deb. I seen Deb go off for less, so good luck with that. So he said, you know what, you want to deal with Miss Deb? Let's make that happen. So we get the gist that he's going to try to put the two together. But I don't know how that's going to work or how that's going to play out. We're just going to get to the nitty gritty, the big scene. As I said last week, like, we see there's a big scene. There's something that really, the big drama, and then everything spins out on the big drama. So the big drama is the charity event. Everyone's supposed to be there. Ayana actually shows up with the boo thing. And, you know, that's a big step. I think somebody, who pulled her aside? Like, Brandon pulls her aside. Yeah. Not important. So she comes with the boo thing. And, of course, Toya comes with Tiny. And, of course, they have their little aside where they're seen, where they're talking. And they're like, yeah, because we got to get to the bottom of this. Toya is lit. She is on 10 already. She's upset. She needs to talk to Deb, because what happened with her daughter and her son was totally unacceptable in Toya's eyes. And Tiny, is she's just there for moral support. She knows, like, everybody seems to know that this is not going to be pretty. And Tiny is just like, you know, I'm just here to direct and keep it, steer the conversation in just a more positive way. So we get over there and they're talking, and Deb just seems like she's annoyed with the whole situation to begin with. So now Brandon is like, I'm just going to stay out of this. I'm going to stay to the side, because he knows, everybody knows it's not going to be pretty. So, you know, Toya tries to approach Deb on some, you know, what happened, So I had to rewatch the scene, because I was not, like, giving you the true tea. As Toya says when she approaches Miss Deb, she's like, what's the tea on that? You know, Miss Deb is like, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about what happened. And so basically, yes, you know, one thing, like, Miss Deb's like, I want to let you know from the beginning, I don't do the disrespect. So Toya's like, okay, like, we here to talk about what happened. She's like, you know, me either. I'm really cool and calm, but when it comes to that little girl, and I love her Nola accent, just like, when it comes to that little girl, like, you know, she don't play, you know. So Miss Deb is telling her, like, that's your daughter, basically, you're gonna stick up for her because that's your daughter. And so she's telling her, like, you know, Toya's telling her, like, but what's up with your son? Why was he being so aggressive with her? And Miss Deb is like, no, that's not what happened. Basically, Reginae, she's the cause of it. She provoked it, as Miss Deb said. She started that, and she was provoking it for a while. And they're like, wait, what? So that's your view of what's going on, is that it's Reginae's fault. This whole situation is Reginae's fault. And so then here comes Tiny. She chimes in, but, you know, she just was trying to, you know, saying Reginae was just trying to defend, you know, Zanique, because Brandon had stuff to say about Zanique, so she was just defending her friend. And Deb was like, excuse me. Basically, like, told her to just dismiss herself. And then that's, Tiny does this little laugh, like, yeah, like, baby, you don't even know, like, you don't want no parts of this. And so, now Toya comes to Tiny's defense like, this is my sister. Like, I don't know you, but I know her. This is my sister. Why are you coming out my sister? And so Miss Deb is just like, no, like, basically, like, we're not gonna do this. They go back and forth a little bit more, and she's like, you're not getting under me, Toya, and that's where we leave off, where it's just like, you see everyone kind of watching, and people were kind of like, what should we do? And that's where we leave off. Of course, another cliffhanger ending, and we're gonna see in the next episode, does this escalate? Does it get any worse? I hope they can come to a resolution, because they're grown, and it's very tricky when you're dealing with your children. Even if your children are of a certain age, it's very tricky. Parents will defend their child. They will still come to the defense of their child no matter what age. And I just hope that things don't get really ugly, especially if especially if Zanique wants to work with Ms. Deb. I cannot see Ms. Deb working with Zanique after having a verbal altercation with her mom. So I don't see. I can't call it. I can't wait till next week. Please leave your thoughts of this week's episode, whether you agree with me, disagree. It's all welcome. All the comments are welcome. I hope to have next week's review up in time, which will be on a Friday. Cross your fingers for me. I want to thank you so much for watching, and yes, you catch me in the next one. Later, guys.